We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Batman Legends of the Dark Knight issue 10. This is part 5 of the Gothic storyline, which means it's wrapping up this issue. Written by Grant Morrison with art by Klaus Janson. Colors by Steve Buccellato. Letters by John Costanza. Assistant editor was Kevin Dooley. Andrew Helfer editor. So Batman has to get out of a Rube Goldberg death device so that he can stop Mr. Whisper. And we get to finally find out what that nun is up to and what her real reason for being there is. And turns out she's not such a nun. Whisper's plan to release a plague on Gotham has to be averted. Unfortunately, Batman's a little bit behind on the timing, and he ends up fighting with Whisper all the way down into the subway, and Batman's arm gets broken while Whisper tries to throw him in front of a train. Thankfully, Batman's a better fighter than Whisper thinks he is, and Whisper has to face a comeuppance that has nothing to do with Batman. And Batman does try and put a spirit to rest, and in the end, this was actually a really good conclusion to it. There's a lot of action in here. It's got good resolution. This could have been a movie script, and it's one of Batman's supposed first encounters with the supernatural, because remember, this takes place very early on in his career, so he's not used to dealing with like undead and demons and stuff like that. But the cover's really catchy. It does sort of apply to what's going on in the book, but not exactly that way, so it's a bit of a trick, but it is an effective one, because that is a really cool cover. The art's solid. Janson is starting to really find his technique, and it has a bit more of a John Romita Jr. look to it than his usual style, but I do like it. It doesn't bother me. It's one of the few sketchier styles that I like, because I think it is effective, and Janson has a much better conception of proportionality and anatomy than most modern artists do. So even when his designs look a little different than you would expect, they're still largely based in anatomical correctness, as opposed to people having weirdly long limbs. So I'm absolutely going to recommend this storyline. I thought it was a lot of fun. This issue, like most of them, are not good independently, but as a whole, the story is really solid. Thankfully, these issues are really cheap to find in the back issue bins. You can get them for far less than the cover price of a new book most of the time. I think I paid about $2 a piece, and these are easily worth that much money. So if you're looking for good Batman books, you can walk right by most of the new releases and go to the back issue bins and find some good stuff really cheap. And that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.